Greetings, Star Wars fans. Before we get started today, I think it's important to discuss, or define, what the EU actually was. It is a common misconception to simply label that past initiative as just a bunch of books, because in truth, that only scratches the surface. In a nutshell, the EU is a conglomeration of creative thinkers that contributed to the Star Wars galaxy across every available platform. Yes, the novels were a part of that, but it included comic books, video games, TCGs, CCGs, magazines, forums, think tanks, roundtable discussions, and networking that pushed the limits of connectivity. What it also included were the fans. Fan fictions were encouraged, and thusly rewarded for their creativity, sometimes in the form of opportunity to further engage their passions. This included stories, scripts, screenplays, and fan films. And seated at the center of this miasmic universe was George Lucas himself, who not only shared his vision, but who was also inspired by the collaborations around him. How do you think Coruscant got its name? For many, the term George Lucas Star Wars simply means Star Wars before he sold it. While there is very much to be said for the feel or the vision of Star Wars since then, the term is a definition of what it once was in a time when the community itself provided for its passion with everything they had. While some of this will be repetition, it is so because it needs to be ingrained to truly begin to flush out solutions. So let's begin. The Star Wars galaxy, a vast expanse of stars, planets, and civilizations, brought to life not just through films, but through the boundless creativity of authors and fans. For decades, the expanded universe, or legends, thrived as a testament to the power of shared storytelling. At the heart of this golden age was the unique synergy between Lucasfilm, authors, and fans. It was an era defined by open communication, shared ownership, and a deep respect for the creative process. Imagine a world where aspiring writers, fueled by their passion for Star Wars, could contribute their own stories to this beloved galaxy, where their ideas, characters, and worlds could become part of the larger tapestry. This was the reality of the EU. Lucasfilm, under the guidance of George Lucas, fostered an environment of open communication. Authors weren't just licensees, they were collaborators. They were invited to pitch their ideas, to share their visions for the Star Wars universe. Editors provided guidance and feedback, assuring that new stories aligned with the core values of Star Wars. But they also encouraged authors to take risks, to explore uncharted territories. This wasn't about rigid control, it was about nurturing creativity. Authors were given the freedom to delve into the nuances of the Force, to explore the complexities of the Jedi and the Sith, to introduce new species and cultures. They could craft stories that were epic in scope or intimate in scale, as long as they resonated with the spirit of Star Wars. This open communication extended to the fans. Authors were accessible, engaging with the community through conventions, online forums, and fan groups. They listened to feedback, answered questions, and shared their creative process. This created a sense of shared ownership. Fans felt like they were a part of the creative process, their voices heard, their passions valued. This wasn't just Lucasfilm Star Wars, it was everyone's Star Wars. This collaborative approach led to a flourishing of creativity. Authors like Timothy Zahn, with his iconic Thrawn trilogy, introduced new characters and storylines that became integral to the Star Wars universe. The EU wasn't just a collection of spin-offs, it was an interconnected tapestry of stories, each contributing to the richness and complexity of the galaxy. It was a testament to the power of shared ownership, where authors and fans worked together to expand the boundaries of Star Wars. But this golden age wasn't just about creative freedom and shared ownership, it was also about respect. Respect for the authors, respect for the fans, and respect for the Star Wars universe itself. Lucasfilm recognized the value of its authors, offering them fair compensation, creative control, and a platform to share their stories with the world. They understood that the EU was an asset, a vital part of the Star Wars legacy. And most importantly, there was respect for the fans. Lucasfilm understood that the EU wasn't just about making money. It was about nurturing a community, inspiring a new generation of storytellers, and keeping the spirit of Star Wars alive. The EU was a testament to the power of collaboration, a shining example of what can be achieved when creators and fans work together, united by their passion for a galaxy far, far away.
George Lucas, the creator of Star Wars, a man who dared to dream of a galaxy far, far away. But his vision extended beyond the confines of the silver screen. He recognized the power of storytelling, the ability of words to transport us to distant worlds and ignite our imaginations. From the very beginning, Lucas understood that Star Wars was more than just a film. It was a universe waiting to be explored. He envisioned a galaxy teeming with life, with countless stories waiting to be told. And so the expanded universe was born, a collaborative endeavor, a grand experiment in shared storytelling. Lucas, though not always directly involved in the day-to-day details, played a crucial role in setting the stage. He provided the foundation, the overarching framework within which authors could craft their narratives. He established the core principles of the Force, the struggle between good and evil, the themes of hope and redemption that define the Star Wars saga. Lucas's vision was one of creative freedom, of empowering authors to explore the uncharted territories of the Star Wars galaxy. He gave them the tools, the building blocks, and then stepped back, allowing them to weave their own magic. While it's true that Lucas in later years confessed to not having read every EU novel, his influence was undeniable. He created the playground, the sandbox in which authors could play, experiment, and create. His approach fostered a sense of shared ownership, a feeling that Star Wars belonged to everyone. Authors, editors, and fans alike felt like they were part of something special, something bigger than themselves. George Lucas's legacy extends beyond the films. He was the architect of a universe, a master storyteller who understood the power of collaboration. The expanded universe in all its sprawling glory stands as a testament to his vision, a testament to the power of shared storytelling, and to provide some credibility to the claims, we have interviews with George Lucas. In numerous interviews, Lucas has spoken about his desire to create a vast and expansive universe for Star Wars, one that could be explored through various mediums, including books, comics, and video games. He often emphasized the importance of collaboration and allowing other creators to contribute to the Star Wars mythos. The Lucasfilm Archives. The Lucasfilm Archives contain a wealth of information about the development of the expanded universe, including early memos and correspondence between Lucas and authors. These documents reveal Lucas's involvement in setting the broad outlines of the EU and his encouragement of creative exploration. Interviews with EU authors. Many EU authors have spoken about their interactions with Lucas and his support for their work. They often describe him as being open to new ideas and willing to give them considerable creative freedom. Books and articles on the expanded universe. Several books and articles have been written about the history of the Star Wars expanded universe, providing insights into Lucas's role and philosophy. These sources often highlight his emphasis on collaboration and shared ownership. Fan websites and forums. Online communities dedicated to the expanded universe contain a wealth of discussions and analyses of Lucas's influence on the EU. These discussions often cite interviews, articles, and other sources to support their claims. Specifically, George Lucas Interviews, edited by Kline. This book contains a collection of interviews with Lucas where he discusses his vision for Star Wars and the expanded universe. The Secret History of Star Wars by Kaminski. This book delves into the behind-the-scenes development of Star Wars, including the creation of the expanded universe. By incorporating these citations and other supporting evidence, we can make a compelling and informative argument that provides a deeper understanding of George Lucas's role in the creation and development of the Star Wars expanded universe.